Hi, boys and girls. Today we're going to be talking about trees, and that's what we're studying this whole week at preschool. And this is a perfect time of year to talk about trees because God is doing some amazing things with trees, and we're going to get a chance to look at all of that more closely. So I'm going to show you some pictures of just a few of the different trees that God has given us, and I want you to tell me how the trees are alike. And we'll look at all the trees first. We'll see if you know what they are. And at the end, we'll talk about how the trees are alike. So let me get this set up for us. All right, boys and girls, can you look at this tree closely? Has anybody seen a tree like this before? Now, if you don't really recognize it, I want you to know this tree is around a lot in December, and it looks like what you'll see on the next slide. What kind of tree is it? That's right, it's a Christmas tree. The other name for the tree is an evergreen tree. And aren't Christmas trees beautiful? Oh my, look at this tree. Think about, how is it like the last tree we saw? But some of you may know this is called a palm tree. And if you look down here, you can see some sand, and back here there's some water. Palm trees are found where it's a lot warmer. Oh, does anybody know what kind of tree this is? It's a maple tree. And maple trees have leaves on them that are really easy to tell apart from the leaves of other trees. Does anyone know what kind of tree this is? This is called an oak tree. And do you know what? An oak tree starts out from an acorn. Can you believe it? All right, this tree is a special tree because it goes along with our Bible story this week. We are learning about a man named Zacchaeus, and he was short and he wanted to see Jesus, and there was a big crowd and he couldn't see Jesus, so he climbed up in a sycamore tree. This is a sycamore tree. Think about how it would be to climb up in this tree to try to see Jesus. This tree is called an elm tree. All right, you can see what it looks like. Again, think about how does it look like all the other trees? And this is an ash tree. That's an easy name to remember, isn't it? An ash tree. And then I have one more tree to show you. This is called a birch tree. A birch tree, I bet some of you have seen these around. I know I see some of these in my neighborhood, as well as some of the other trees that we've looked at. All right, so let's stop for a moment. How are trees alike? What do all trees have? Think about it. Do all trees have a trunk? Oh, they do. Do they all have branches? Yes, they do. Do they all have leaves? You're right, they do. Very good. Now, we're going to look at some of the other parts of the tree, and I have to go back to the PowerPoint, so let me get there first. All right, so here is a picture that shows us the parts of the tree. Now, a tree starts out from a seed, and so it would be down here in the dirt, and you plant the seed, and the first thing that happens is that the seed grows roots. So the tree has roots. And of course, trees need water and they need sun to grow. And when they start to grow, then this part of the tree comes in. And this is the trunk of the tree. And it's brown, isn't it, in this picture? And do you know what grows on the trunk of the tree? What it's covered with? It's covered with bark. I bet you knew that. All right, then trees grow branches. Do you see these 4 branches here? 1, 2, 3, 4. They grow branches. And then pretty soon, the trees begin to grow leaves. This tree has a lot of leaves on it now. And then some trees have flowers. Do you see the yellow flower? And some trees grow fruit. Oh my goodness. And did you know all of this up here, all of the leaves up here, from the top to the bottom, that's called the crown of the tree. I kind of like to remember that, don't you? Wow, those are the parts of the tree. And I bet you knew most of those parts anyway. Sometime you'll have to go look out at trees in your yard or in your neighborhood and see if you can find some of these parts of the tree. Now, another neat thing about trees is that you can tell the seasons by looking at trees. I'm going to start up here because this is the easiest one to look at first. All right, look at this tree. First of all, it doesn't have many leaves. Most of the leaves are gone. And then if you look closely, you can see there's snow around it. So this season is the season of winter. Oh my goodness, the leaves are gone in winter. Then let's go right down below it. Right down below, you're going to see the season of spring when the tree leaves are starting to grow. And then next to that, you can see the tree in summer. Not only do you have the leaves, but you see the flowers, and then pretty soon, if the tree has fruit, you'll start to see the fruit. And then we go up to this picture, and now look at the leaves of the trees. Oh my goodness, they've changed colors, haven't they? And that happens in the fall. And you know what else happens with the trees in the fall? The leaves fall down on the ground. And you can see that outside right now. At least I can in my neighborhood. So look at this picture. What season of the year is this? Oh, it's fall. And look at these are beautiful, beautiful leaves on the trees, changing from green to orange to yellow to browns and to reds. It's beautiful. What season is this? All right, that's winter. You can see there aren't any leaves on these trees at all. Plus the snow kind of gives that away. And then look at these leaves. They're starting to grow, aren't they? So we're in what season here? We're in spring, aren't we? And then finally, look at all these trees with all of these leaves filled in. That's the season of summer, isn't it? And then we just keep going round and round from one season to the next. Isn't that cool? All right, boys and girls, I hope you can remember how trees are alike, the different parts of trees, and that trees can help us figure out the seasons of the year. God made trees very, very special for us. So thank you, boys and girls, for listening. I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.